So Phil, why don't you tell me a little bit about your story, how you got into the restaurant space, and how you ended up at Nora?
I grew up in the industry, so my dad opened a restaurant in Chicago when I was 7. I started bussing tables there when I was 12, and never really fully got out of the industry and worked in every position and in every type of concept, so anywhere from fast food to fine dining. And I've tried to get out, done other things, but always end up coming back to the restaurant business just because as tough as it is, it's really got a pull to it that I think everybody can relate to. So I was talking to somebody yesterday that they empty nesters kids out of the house and they're just now getting into the business for the last few years. So it can hit at any point in time.
They got the bug?
Yeah.
They got the bug. I can get that. Do you remember the first time you and I met?
We met at Volare, like summer-ish 2018. And I had just opened a ghost kitchen. So we had all these 3, 4, 5 tablets up front to manage Grubhub, DoorDash, all the platforms. In our ghost kitchen, we had 14 concepts in one, so we had 75 tablets and no way to deal with that other than to manually click every order that was coming in. And then we got connected because of that. The original plan for Chowly was to integrate all the tablets into the POS or into a printer in our case. So you said that you could take those 75 tablets and put everything into a printer for us. And then a week later, that was what you guys delivered on. So
I remember seeing the wall of tablets that Phil had. I actually used that picture in our fundraising decks to really represent that tablet hell that we kind of grew up on, back in 2016, 17, 18, when all those marketplaces were so big. So how did Nora and Chowly start? I mean, why did you pick Chowly, and kind of what was that doing for your restaurant?
So being in the ghost kitchen space for the time I was, it helped me get a better understanding of like the technology that is needed to run a restaurant, and who's going to be a better partner than others. So we opened Nora. It's more upscale, full service, and naturally reached out to you guys about not just our tablet integration, but you guys were doing native online ordering as well at that point. Like the most important just in terms of retaining customers, attracting customers. You can sort of play around reducing fees and making offers that you might not be able to on the third-party platform. So
why don't you tell a little bit about why did you choose us for the platform and kind of that decision process and what you've learned from it?
Great. We wanted to obviously expand our presence off the actual building and interact with our customers from that first point with our website. And so I was looking for different partners for some more marketing, email marketing. Obviously, we already had the online ordering piece. We were looking for something with loyalty. And when I originally talked to Alex at Chowly, you guys had just launched the platform, and the loyalty was there, but it was only for online ordering.
Right.
So I said, full service, sit down, somebody orders online and then comes in and eats. I'd want them to be able to use those points either or. That's why we kind of hesitated and just waited and kept looking around. And a couple months later, Alex reached out again and said, hey, we got it. So we're integrated with Toast now. We can do in-house loyalty redemption, online ordering redemption. And I'm like, great. So sign me up for a third time.
Why is that feature, why was it so important to you?
Loyalty specifically? I think driving the repeat business is obviously harder. It's less expensive than new customer acquisition, but getting somebody to come in once a month is really difficult to accomplish. Even for locals, we get a lot of tourists, so we want people who are coming back every few months, every 6 months, every year, remembering to come with us, and then that's just one more incentive for them to come by because they can get that little extra something out of it. If they're ordering from us every week, every month, if they're coming in and joining us for happy hour, there's incentivized to be there, and it's just one more bullet in the gun, I guess.
All right, we'll switch gears a little bit here. What's the biggest thing that you've learned since starting Nora? It could be technology, it could be with Chowly, or just with running a restaurant.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit, sort of how the off-premise and on-premise are starting to blend and play off each other. Obviously, discovery is almost all online. It's a little disheartening when you've been open a few years and somebody walks by and looks up and sees your sign and like, oh, I never knew this was here. I walk by every day. So can't rely on that. So you got to invest in the off-premise, and that's what we've really been trying to do even for a single location, full-service sit-down restaurant. Loyalty, like I said, has been a big add-on for us and sort of new, being a smaller group. We just have the one location, but we want to build that foundation now if we're ever going to be able to expand in the future. Email marketing was another big one. We have a good amount of emails collected through reservations, through signups, and if we do it once every month or a couple months, we're doing it too much. Now we have it kind of just on autopilot where we can run it, I think, twice a month and then schedule it for the optimal time. And it's all just rolled into one where we have our delivery, our loyalty, our native online ordering, our marketing, Google ranking. It's all just, we can go to one place for it.